Kate Bosworth has another great line during one of the auction scene where she says, "Buy a lottery, want to believe in the fantasy." It's bigger than the art world. It's people do this on a daily basis. They want to believe in the fantasy. Dennis, Christian, Cary, maybe you could comment?
Well, you got a dream, don't you? You know, and we all want to believe in the fantasy, and it gets fueled in our culture. You know, those fantasies, and.
But it's the scene that Kate they know the painting is a forgery. They're pushing off the forgery, and she's basically saying, even if somebody realizes a forgery, they want to believe.
You're selling a dream.
Correct.
Right.
That's what you're selling. Mm-hmm. You're selling someone's dream. Somebody has dreamt of having that art in their home. And so they're willing, and that's why they're willing to pay top dollar for it. That's why, you know, the last person on the bidding block gets the piece, because he or she has determined that they don't care what the value of it is. Is that what you were asking?
Correct.
Yeah.
And how prevalent are forgeries out there?
Oh, very. I spoke to my connections at some of the auction houses at Sotheby's and Christie's, and it goes all the time. You can go on to, the FBI have a page that you can go on Google, and you can find, you know, the list of paintings that are still out there that have not been recovered. I mean, Andy Warhol just had somebody go and take one off the wall, I think, a few months ago. Am I right? I mean, it happens all the time. That's theft. But forgeries, yeah. I mean, there's a guy who was a forger. I think they made a movie out of it. The guy who was brilliant. He could do, I think, Matisse and Manet and all kinds of brilliant artists. And he ended up going to jail. But then when he got out, now he's like a renowned artist now, having been a forger and done time. You know, so.
Do you know offhand, and maybe this is a Chuck question, what percentage out there is yearly is forgeries and theft? Is it, Chuck?
You know, it's gotten to be so. I mean, you know, they don't issue an annual statement
Right.
where they kind of list that,
But as you were writing the show, what was your take on what that number might be?
you know, the initial. I'll give you the short answer. That, you know, probably 25 to 30%. They won't even authenticate things anymore. There was a piece in the New York Times.
But why?
About you know, the people who do the authentications, and they usually farm them out, won't even authenticate most pieces anymore that go up for auction because they don't want to be held liable.
Wow. There you go.
Interesting. And is it just because also the forgeries are so good now that they?
I mean, I think, you know, like anything else, when the prices go from 10 million to 200 million, the crazy factor goes from